let me go deep into my closet. Let me go to a 4-decade shirt in honor of the Heat. So today I'm sporting my Ronnie Cycli shirt today from the late 80s. Yeah, this is a shirt from the late 80s, brother. And by the way, I can still wear a shirt that I wore in the late 80s. It's actually not a bad thing that I can actually wear a shirt from the late 80s. But yeah, we got our Ronnie Cycli shirt. What do you think? Let me see. I don't know if you guys can see the whole thing. But there you go. There's my Cycli shirt. What do you think? What do you think, Bill?
Epic, man.
I pulled out a classic.
It's
there.
epic, bro. Our very first rookie draft.
Yes, first draft pick. Yes, definitely. Our first draft pick. I wonder how many people have a Ronnie Cycli T-shirt in this town, right? How many people? And it's not in bad shape, by the way. For a nearly
you could definitely see that you wore it, but then you stopped.
Right.
You stopped before you started getting the little holes in the shoulder and all that, the neck coming apart.
No, let's be honest. I probably got too fat to wear it. That was really what was going on.
We were trying to be nice.
It's really what happened. You know what I mean? But I'm brutally honest. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but look at you, man. You're sporting a shirt that is late 80s.
Yes,
man.
yes.
So,
we are sporting late 80s, Ronnie Cycli. So, how about that?
It's only a couple years removed from high school. Very impressive, man.
Yeah, that's actually true. That's right. 3 years removed. I don't think this is an 88. I think this is like an 89. I think it came out like the year after that he was a player or something like that. But, yeah, this is an old shirt.
Thing I loved about Ronnie, first four, every year he got better. His rebounds, his points.
Well, he worked hard.
And he was a most improved player one year.
Right, yeah.
Like,
he worked hard.
And the thing is, it's really cool. His family has money. It isn't like he had to play basketball.
Right.
He's just a hard worker.
Right. Unlike Johnny Manziel. Right. I get what you're saying.
Exactly.
I know where you were going. Right. I get it. So, in honor of the Heat, and since I am a true Heat fan, I was a season ticket holder in these days, right here, actually. I was a season, because I ended up getting into the media in 91, and then I dropped my season tickets. That's it. So, yeah. That was actually my 88, 89, 90, and 91 were the years that I was a season ticket holder. And then after that, I was in the media and didn't buy tickets. I've bought tickets, but not season tickets anymore since those days. But anyway, so figured we'd talk. We're going to talk a little Heat today. They take on the Pacers. It's going to be a hell of a game. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. There's a really good game. The Pacers have been playing really, really well. And so we'll see if the Heat, they're only 9-9 on the road, and the Pacers are 15-4 at home. So we're talking about a team that has played well this season, and, they play dominant at home. And this is all without Oladipo, which has been really, really impressive. We're going to have Kobe Price on the show later on from the Sun Sentinel, and he's been on the Heat beat now. And he wrote a couple stories in the Sun Sentinel today. One about Winslow coming back, where Miami actually is going to be at full strength now. Tonight, they could have everybody available. You just added James Johnson back. Now you added Winslow. And Indiana plays some bigger guys, so maybe you might be able to expand the rotation today, which I think a lot of us would like to see a little bit more of that, but it is what it is. So we'll find out about that. But Kobe wrote a story about how they're honoring Wade. I don't know if you heard about that. They're doing a 3-day event to honor Wade. Did you hear about this?
The only thing I heard about was the retirement of his number. I think
Right.
It's February 22nd.
The 22nd against the Cavs. That'll be day 2. Day 1, February 21st, it's called the Flashback, which will be an exclusive to current season ticket holders. It will be on TV, okay? But the people that will be inside will exclusive season ticket holders, and that'll all be, they'll do the whole thing about Wade's life and all that good stuff, and Wade will be there and address them. Then the second night on the 22nd, when they retire his number against the Cavs, right? And then on the 23rd at the AAA at 3:30 in the afternoon, and you can buy it for $3 a ticket. Okay, 333. They will have a documentary that will be highlighting his career. So you will get to watch that at the AAA. This was the Miami Arena at the AAA, and that will only be $3. And I'm sure they're probably doing something that the proceeds are going to something.
I would say that's safe to assume.
I mean, it's just the Heat are classy in that way, and they do stuff like that. So it's just one of those. But it's a well-deserved celebration. The question I have is there a statue? I didn't hear about a statue, and
that would be our first.
I think the man needs a statue. I'm just saying, you got to have a Rocky-like statue out there for him. Look, eventually we're going to have to put a Pat statue out there. I get it. Then you're going to have to put a Zoe statue out there. But I don't know, man. Wade is Wade, bro. Wade is, wow. I don't know. I would put, it is Wade County, bro. You know what I'm saying? I
heard something about Biscayne Boulevard, a portion of it being renamed or something.
Yeah, they brought that up. They brought that idea up to name it, but that would not be the Heat. That would be the city that would have to do something.
Of course, yes.
I'm just saying for the Heat. I think a statue is I don't even know if you have to do a statue for anybody else except for Riley. Not even Zoe. I love Zoe and I love Timmy, and I get that, Zoe and Timmy.
Zoe because
and
of
Shaq's numbers have been retired. So now Wade will join Bosch and all these guys with their numbers retired. That's fine. But the guy out of all the players that deserves a statue more than anybody,
yes,
is Wade. Okay? Because Zoe doesn't have his title without Wade.
Probably not.
Okay?
You're right.
All right?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying. We do the Wade statue at the AAA, and we do the Udonis statue at Miami High. There you go. We compromise. Right? I mean, if you're Miami High, you got to do a statue for UD. You got to. So there you go.
I think Zoe's lack of obviously being a draft pick, being homegrown from day one, but Zoe's activity in the community, I think, would be the reason.
No. He deserves a statue. I'm not saying he doesn't.
Right.
And so does UD.
But Wade needs to be.
And so does Timmy.
Right.
And so does Bosch. Okay? I could make a reason for a statue for all those cats. But they're still not at Wade's level.
No.
Nobody's at Wade's level.
Agreed.
And so that's why I would just add a statue just for Wade. Because Wade is not just the guy for the Heat. Let's be honest now, folks. Greatest athlete for South Florida, period. He passed Marino. Okay? And it pains me, and I love my football, and nobody loves the Dolphins more than I do, but you got to be objective. The dude brought 3 titles. Okay? That can never be denied. That's 3 titles. Not 1, not 2, but 3. And 5 trips to the finals. That can never be matched, man. Never. It's going to be near impossible to ever match that. It won't be matched in my lifetime. That's for sure. Before I check out, I don't think I'll have a guy top Wade. Maybe in 40, 50 years from now they will, but not now. I don't expect it.
You don't plan on hanging around into your hundreds, man?
No. I've said this before. When I can't clean myself, I'm done. I'm checking out. Okay? I don't want to be around anymore if I can't clean myself. That's it. That's my whatever. Okay? Walk, crawl. I'll live as long as I can live. The day I can't wipe myself, I'm done, bro. It's time to check out.
I can't wipe. I got to go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wipe and go. What do you guys got here on the board already? We are live But like the button, oh, that's right, like button. That's right. As you watch, please give us the thumbs up. We need as many thumbs up. Spread the word. We love you for that. Ian from Brooklyn chiming in. Mace Taggart chiming in. Miami Kid says, Big O, this show is like cafecito con leche in the morning. I got to have it every day. LOL. Thanks, man. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Miami Kid. I appreciate that. Let's see, what else do we have? Big Mike, morning from New York City. Thank you, Big Mike. Appreciate it. User Tone 6060. The tickets go on sale on his B-Day. Oh, okay. There you go. That's pretty cool. Let's see. What else do we have? Like MJ statue. Exactly. Yeah. Wade's got to have it. Wade deserves it more than anybody.
And he should be first.
Yes.
He should be first.
I think
probably followed by Riley.
I think he should be first and only, bro. Only. That's it. It should be only Wade outside the arena. And then when Riley retires, do something inside the concourse. Something that honors Riley inside.
A lot of places have that,
not a statue.
The museum, the whole group.
Yeah.
It gives them their...
I would have something...
What was it, San Francisco?
You know
Supposedly at Levi Stadium, they got very cool thing.
You know what? I'm going to take you to a Pacers game this year. Okay?
It's a tough game.
Well, I don't know who they're going to be playing. Actually, you know what? We should check February 24th through March 2nd. The schedule in Indiana right now, check it and see if there are any home games, first of all. But even if there's not home games, I know the Pacer people, they'll let me in the arena and walk around it empty. Okay? So I got to show you. Why I'm telling you this is, and for those of you that have never been there, because I've been to the Pacer Arena, I don't know how many times, but it's a NBA museum, okay? Both floors. The walls are just, dude, they are awesome. It's basketballs from the 40s and the 50s signed by Mikan and Kareem and
peach baskets as hoops,
jerseys
right?
of all kinds of teams, ABA, NBA, just all kinds of like incredible NBA paraphernalia. Okay? Like if you ever go to a Pacer game, go 2 hours before, okay? Because you'll need an hour alone just to walk both floors of the arena and just look at all the memorabilia. And it's also built like a field house. So it has the glass with the sun coming in and all that kind of stuff, because that's the way things have always been back in the day. When they had, what's it called, basketball gyms. Actually, if you want something that's close to field house, like, go to Miami High's gym. That's probably the most classic gym in all of South Florida. But anyway, that's what I'm going to take you to. And so that's what I would do inside the AAA. A thing that has honoring Riley, pictures, the opening press conference where he talked about having a vision and the parade. And, I would do all that to kind of honor Riley. Like a statue is great for the player, but for Riley, I think it needs to be something that's kind of a mini museum inside the AAA. That's what I would do. That's just me. Okay? He's not going to allow you to do it while he's there because that's who he is. You know what I mean? Which we should do it already because he's in his 70s. To be honest with you, we should be doing all kinds of things to honor Pat Riley already as it is. Because that's what he deserves, because that's what he's given us for 20-plus years. Think about it, man. What Shula and Riley have done for us sports-wise, wow. That's why, and we got it from some of you out there over the last couple of years. While Riley had his, his suck moment, okay, there are some of you out there, oh, he's lost it. He's over the hill. Get rid of him. No, they're bouncing back now. And that's one of the things I've always said. Hey, man, yeah, he screwed up the last couple of years. That's fine. But I've always said I stay by Riley. I would never, because I learned my lesson with Shula. We screwed up. We were back in the day where, the game's passed Shula by, all that. And all these guys we replaced him with Shula, they still, on their best days, they're not better than Shula's worst days. Okay? And we screwed up then, and that's why I've always said, as you get older, you get perspective, you learn. Hey, man, I'm sticking with Riley. I'll wait till he gets us through this crap with these terrible salaries and contracts. Fine. And look what's going on with the youngsters. It's pretty cool. So with Riley, I would do something like that, kind of a museum type of presentation, something inside that is just lasting forever, that kind of thing.
And you're right. To wait till he passes.
Yeah.
That he can, acknowledgement needs to be done prior.
See, the thing is, with Riley, you can't explain it with a statue. A player, you can kind of explain it with a statue because it's a player and playing and the championships, whatever. With Riley, it's more than that. It's a story you need to tell from beginning to end. It's something that youngsters may not even really appreciate. All the different teams he brought to Miami already. You think about all the different types of Heat teams we've had over the years, and most of them all successful. That's pretty amazing. Most of them all made playoffs. Most of them all won division titles. Some of them got to conference, and some of them got to the NBA Finals. I mean, it's just really amazing, and the transformation, and think about this. Not only Wade, but what do we do in this town without Riley the last 25 years? Because you think about what's gone on with the Dolphins, nothing for 25 years. The Miami Hurricanes, we have to go to 2001. We have to go 18 years back, 19 years back now for that last championship. And the last 202, I know we got the title stolen, all that stuff. So let's say 202 is the last great year of the Canes, right?
Don't forget the baseball team, 2001.
Yeah.
Was really high,
right,
UM.
Right. And so it's been, rough, okay? UM basketball has been like our other saving grace. Think about it. It's so screwed up. They went to the ACC. The basketball program's the one that adjusted to the conference. The football program actually went backwards. How does that make any sense? But you think about it, without Riley, our pro sports, we had the Marlins with the 03 championship, and it's a nice little fluky thing that can happen, but you knew that there was no substance behind it because they couldn't build. They weren't going to keep players. They weren't, it was just something they fluked into because Dombrowski left them that talent. That's all. But overall, the Marlins have been terrible. Panthers haven't been able to get over the hump. They're killing me last night again, losing to the Coyotes. Without Riley, without the Heat, that's what I'm saying. And yes, Wade deserves his trophy. His statue on top of this 3-day celebration. But let's not forget Riley, man. That's the guy that needs to be, because without Riley, you don't have Wade, and you don't have Zoe, and you don't have Shaq, and you don't have Mason in a pinch when Zoe went down, and you don't have, Tyler, and you don't have Spo, and you don't have Van Gundy, and you don't have all these coaches, and you don't have, I'm just telling you, none of this happens without Riley. None of it. You're a middling team probably all the way through. You're the Orlando Magic. Okay? That's what you are. You're Orlando Magic South without Riley. And that would be, terrifying. Because we had an elite professional team here when we didn't have 4 teams. The Dolphins were one of the elite, teams in all of pro sports. The highest winning percentage and everything, all that stuff. Then, obviously, Shula retires, and they have killed everything Shula built. Everything that Shula built got destroyed. Well, Riley did the same thing Shula did. And it never has not been destroyed. It's been pretty much all ups. The last couple of years, we had some downs, all right, whatever. But overall, it's been more positive, way more positives than negatives. And let me tell you, they've had their setbacks. from Zoe's kidney ailment to Juwan Howard getting his contract reversed to Timmy having Achilles, injury after injury. They had their share of all kinds of bad luck along the way.
Being stuck picking 4 to 6, 7 and getting the same J.R. Reed, Glenn Rice, that same small forward.
Shaq
we never
Wade,
had the luck.
Shaq and Wade injured against the Pistons the year before the year before they won it.
Right. Yeah.
And they would have won back to back because I think they would have spanked the Pistons, and I think they would have beat the Spurs that year too. Because that was the Shaq right there. We had the Shaq after. The following year, he started to gain weight and get lazy again. And
Zoe had the majors.
Yeah, Zoe was the most important center in the finals, actually, not Shaq. But that Shaq was not as good as the Shaq the year before. That Shaq was motivated, dude. That Shaq. So they've had all kinds of bad luck, and they've been able to overcome it. And so it's really cool to see that they're going to do this 3-day Wade celebration, February 21st through the 23rd. But I do want to remind you that Pat Riley, he deserves a week, all right? I know he won't allow us to do it now because that's who he is. You know what I'm saying? But that's the man we need to honor, bro. I mean, and I don't know. Maybe we should do something for Shula. You know what I'm saying?
He just had a birthday, turned 90.
I know he just turned 90. That's what I'm saying. These kind of guys, it's happened to us twice in this town with those two dudes. And they changed everything about the culture of sports when they were in charge. And Riley is the guy now, and the Heat is the team in town. While we are a football town, he has made us a basketball town. Okay? And that's a hell of an accomplishment. In fact, the fact that we are one of the highest rated NBA towns when the playoffs are going on, even when the Heat aren't even involved in the playoffs, we're one of the top. Okay? I could argue that making us care that much about basketball is a bigger accomplishment than winning any of those 3 titles. You know what I'm saying? So that in itself, to get all of us, pigskin heads involved in the basketball, it's pretty impressive. Okay? 786-322-1105 is the accidentlawfirm.com text line. That's 786-322-1105 if you want to get in. NorCal says, I'm done when I can't roll one. Well, why can't you? Oh, I see. You're done when you can't roll one. Okay. All right. See, but NorCal, hold on a second. But you can vape, right? You could do this, okay? I just came up with an idea for you, NorCal, okay? Besides visiting my friends at VSS West Pines, okay? Go see Jose and all the guys out there at VSS West Pines. They will take care of you. They've got things so you don't have to roll. But I was thinking about this, okay? They've got the hat with the 2 beers, right? And the straws. Well, why can't you make that like 2 can bongs, right? Somebody loads it up with weed. They just put down the tubes to you. That's it. They spark it up.
Fire near your hair. You know how fast hair burns.
It's inside the can.
Yeah, but wind blow. Come on, that's a little. You're gonna have to.
It's inside the can. Just put it inside the can.
How are you gonna get fire to it? Remember that
sideways. You put a little hole in the side there and light it up.
Oh, you're like a pipe. You want to like.
I'm trying to be creative here,
I
bro.
see that.
I don't know.
I'm just thinking.
I'm not saying I have the contraption. I'm just saying you could come up with a way of coming up with that contraption.
Fire near your hair, not a good idea, bro.
You're high anyway. It doesn't matter. And it's not really near your head because it's on the helmet. So the helmet is between that and the. You know what I'm saying? So. Get an iron helmet. That way, the fire, don't get plastic. Key.
Get a fireman's helmet made out of leather.
There you go. There you go. So NorCal, there's your ideas. How about that? Don't they got the dab and the wax and all that other stuff? The oil? There you go, man. Plenty of options. Telling you. True Leaf. They'll take care of you. John Ross says, I always remember when Hank Goldberg said, be careful what you wish for people. Without Shula, we may become the Detroit Lions. And voila. Yep. Kelvin from Detroit listening. Love your show, bro. Fins up. Thank you, Kelvin. Appreciate you keeping it locked here. What else do we have here? My man also, and Kelvin says, big fan of yours since 560. Well, thank you, Kelvin. Appreciate you switching over to a real talk show. Love you. Should the Heat target the Greek Freak? He doesn't come cheap, or other free agents. My brother, anybody should target the Greek Freak. Money's not an issue. We're not talking about the Marlins here, okay? All right, we're talking about the Miami Heat. That's not going to be a problem to the money deal. They can overcome that. But the problem is acquiring him when you're already capped. And then you've got to unload salaries in order to open it up. That's the thing. That would be the challenge.
Before I forget, February 24th
yes,
and February 26th, they got home games. One is against Charlotte. The other is against Portland.
Okay. All right.
Go make fun of Hassan all night long.
I like it. I like it. Pat Boylan, by the way, Pacers sideline analyst, is going to be joining us at noon. So we'll talk a little Pacers and Heat with him in a half hour. We got a loaded show for you today. So we'll have the sideline analyst for the Pacers. So we'll talk a little Heat Pacers. At 1:30, my man Kobe Price from the Sun Sentinel is going to join us to talk a little Heat, get his thoughts on the Heat Pacers. And he wrote the story about the celebration for Wade. Michelle Kaufman is going to stop by at 2 o'clock. We will have our Inter-Miami report. We'll also ask her about the loss last night to Louisville, kind of expected with the Miami Hurricanes. Theo Lawson is going to stop by at 2:30. And those of you who are asking me, who the hell is Theo Lawson? What's that for? It's our NFL Draft Focus, ladies and gentlemen. And Anthony Gordon is going to be the target today. You know how we've been going around all across the country talking to different beat writers that cover these quarterbacks that are entering into the draft, quarterbacks that the Dolphins could be looking at in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh rounds, whatever, and figure we'd focus in on that. So Anthony Gordon from Washington State is going to join us, and Theo Lawson works for the Spokane Review, and he covers Washington State. So we will talk to Theo at 2:30 for our NFL Draft Focus. How about that? Big O, I'll visit your vape store for sure, but rolling one yourself is almost as good as cleaning. LOL. Cleaning what? Cleaning is not a good thing, bro. I mean, it's good to be clean.
Maybe he's thinking cleaning his green.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Grab Leaf Chief over here. What Leaf Chief? Is that like a True Leaf? Like the brand down here that is a place where you can get your medical marijuana? Let's see, what else do we have on the Armed Ape says, greetings to all my peeps, and especially you, Mace. There you go. What about Anthony Davis as a free agent? Oh, we got to get into that one. I got some stuff I want to talk about with Anthony Davis. I do.
Can we have a moment of your time, sir?
Well, let's do this before we do anything. All right, let me tell you about Moody's Dental. And I was there yesterday with Eric. I am in my second stage of my Invisalign. And let me tell you something, folks. If you need to straighten out your teeth, Invisalign is the way to go. And at Moody's Dental, they are Invisalign and implant experts, okay? They are phenomenal at this. They use state-of-the-art equipment. So get on down there, get a free consultation, find out about it if you're a little embarrassed with your teeth. And I have not been happy with my bottom teeth because the one in the middle ended up like going back, and then the two on the side got stacked up in front of it. So I've got like one tooth and so it's getting a little darker than the other ones because stuff gets trapped, you know? And so I have been disappointed about that because my bottom teeth needed to get kind of straightened out. So, and as you all know, healthier teeth, you have a healthier life. That is very, very, that is a fact. So call Moody S. Dental, 305-821-0231. That's 305-821-0231. Tell them that Big O sent you. If you're looking to, hey, you need implants, you need a crown, you need a cavity filled, you need to clean your teeth, they do it all over there. Oh, the other thing I've been telling you guys for a while now, if you're going to get like a crown or you're going to get a what's that called when they take out the nerves and all that stuff and they
root canal.
Root canal. You know how you have to have a temporary? They don't do temporaries there. They make the tooth right there. They get the digital measurement, boom, and that's it. It's done. It's done. It's awesome. Call Moody S. Dental, 305-821-0231, or go online to moodysdental.com.
Plus tax.
All right, welcome back. We take it till about 3. We got a loaded program for you here on the show. If you want to get in on the accidentlawfirm.com text line, it's 786-322-1105. We will answer your questions there on the accidentlawfirm.com text line. Anytime you're listening to the show live or the podcast, and you got a question on your mind, you got a comment, something I said, just send it in. Something I said that you disagree with and you think I'm a nutbag, which, hey, you're probably right. You can do that. Let me see what NorCal's got for me here on the chat board. He says, Big O and Bill, is it too early in the week to pick a 14 parlay money line, 49ers, Seahawks, Chiefs, and Ravens, scared of these big spreads? But I love your money line picks. I like them all to win. I would pick all of those right there. So that's not a bad bet. Go money line? Yeah. Why not? Go for it, dude. Yeah, you're responsible. You're not going to be, betting your house or anything like that. So, yeah, go for it. I don't think that's a bad thing right now. Money line. Now, opening, the lines where they're at right now, they might move a little bit. So that might be something. I got to look at them now. I haven't completely, been in tune with the money line here, or the spreads so far for these games. You know what? I can look at it right now for you and check it out. Let me see what we got on the spreads. What is the latest here? Let's see. We got Minnesoters and San Fran. San Fran favored by 7. That is a lot. But I like San Fran in the money line. I would take San Fran there, and then Baltimore against Tennessee. Of course, you got to like Baltimore in that game. I'll tell you this: if Tannehill goes out there and balls out and beats Baltimore, that's when I'll tell you, okay, I'm wrong. The kid turned some corner now. He showed me something here. Okay, that's where this is where the rubber meets the road now. Let's see, because he's been unimpressive for the last 3 weeks. Last week he made 2 throws. That's it. Okay? Yeah, he made 2 good throws. It's awesome. But that's all he did. Give me a break.
2 throws does not a game make.
No. So Baltimore's favored by 9.5 or 9. About 9.5 is probably the average. 47 is the over and under, or 46.5 in some places. Yeah, that's a big spread, but I like Baltimore to win by that because I think they'll get a turnover or two and turn it into points. So I can see that happening. They're going to stack that box, and they're more physical. They will limit Henry. They will not allow Henry to just, run roughshod all over him. Houston and Kansas City, KC is favored by 9.5. That's a lot of points. When you're talking, I actually would take Houston in this game. KC's going to win it, but by 10, no. It's Deshaun Watson, bro. That guy's money. He can make it a game. So you know what, I'm with you there, NorCal, on the money on the lines here. And so far, money line, I agree with you on all three. And then Seattle and Green Bay, I like Seattle too. And Green Bay is favored by 4 at home. That'll be interesting. Let's see. We shall find out. We shall find out. There you go. All right, 786-322-1105. You know, in 2 weeks, Bill and I are going to be at the Senior Bowl, giving you wall-to-wall coverage like we've never done before. And we're going to be doing a lot of shows, a lot of interviews, a lot of content that you're going to get, a lot of draft content that you're going to get. We already got our list of players that we're set to interview at the East West Shrine also, which, by the way, East West Shrine has got a nice group of players. They got some guys that might even make it into the second day of the draft. Some guys that might cut into the third round. So that I'm looking forward to that. But at the Senior Bowl, the good news is this is one of those years we're blessed because, Bill, the Dolphins need a quarterback, and Justin Herbert yesterday actually committed to the Senior Bowl. And I love this because I'm not a Justin Herbert guy, but I do want to see him now in this environment for a week because it might change my mind a little bit. You know, I might see something from the kid and say, you know what, maybe that's not a bad guy to take a flyer on later on in the draft. I don't know if I would take him at 5, and I'm not a fan of his, but I want to see him for a week. I want to see how he, acts. I want to see how he carries himself. I want to see how he translates to guys that he hasn't played with. And he's playing with upper-level talent all throughout. So that we'll see how he responds to that also. And I got pumped up about that because they already had a decent group of quarterbacks already as it is. Remember, Jordan Love is going to be there. Jalen Hurts is going to be there. And I'm not a Jalen Hurts guy, but again, I want to see him in this environment because they're not going to make him necessarily run around and play his game all the time. He's going to have to adjust and show some pocket presence. He's going to have to show some effectiveness from the pocket. So I find it really cool that I'm going to get to see Jalen Hurts there too. Anthony Gordon, the guy we're going to talk about today at 2:30 with Theo Lawson, the beat writer that covers him on a daily basis. Here's another young man that has a lot of the skill set that you need at the NFL level. The question is, can he fine-tune what he has to be that effective quarterback at the next level? He's at the Senior Bowl. Steven Montez, who we talked about yesterday on our draft focus. Here's a kid that has had a solid career, but he is raw. He has, some questions. So now we get to see him in that environment for a week. And then there's Shea Patterson from Michigan. Not a fan of Shea Patterson, but a guy that, I got to tell you, NFL people tell me they feel he has NFL skill set. Now, maybe it translates to just backup at best. I don't look at him as a starter, but it doesn't mean that he can't be a starter. Maybe he's a late bloomer. Maybe he figures it out down the line. You know what I mean? And we're going to be at the Senior Bowl, covering it wall to wall, all the practices, and we will have all kinds of interviews for you guys. Sometimes right on the field, sometimes over at our booth at the team hotel. But we will be having all kinds of video, audio for you. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page so you can get the notifications when we're going to go on live. And also on SoundCloud and iTunes and Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, so you can get the heads up when we get an interview, because we're not going to be doing what we're doing every day. There's no way I can sit there for 4 hours. I will not have time to sit there for 4 hours. I'm not telling you we won't do 4 hours throughout the entire day, or maybe even more. We might do that, but the sitting of 4 hours like we do practically every day, 11 to 3, Monday through Thursday. Remember, Fridays, it's 9 to 11 and then 1 to 4 because we have 2 different sponsors that we visit on those days. But we won't be able to do the straight 4 hours. So I may only do half an hour or an hour and a half, and then I got to go. And we got to race to a practice. We got to race somewhere else. Go eat some good gumbo.
My money's on us doing over 4 hours easily. Okay.
Oh, a day, yeah,
My money's
but
on
not
that.
consecutive anymore. Not during those days that we're there. We will not be doing 4 hours consecutive. We will. You're right. We will probably give you more than 4 hours of material, and it will be heavy draft. While we're there, I got to be honest, I'm not really watching every Heat game, every second, and all that stuff. I actually leave them recorded in my house and then come back and watch them when I get home. Sometimes I'm available and I can sit at a bar and watch it, or sit on my, with my iPad in my room and watch the game. Sometimes it happens, but it'll be very draft intensive while we're out at those places. Okay? Because we'll be talking about certain players, these linebackers, these running backs, this offensive lineman, this quarterback, whatever, and then talking about the needs for the Miami Dolphins. Okay? So that is what you can expect. But for us, this is pretty cool. I got to tell you that we are going to get to see a lot of the – and by the way, Nagy is still holding out hope that he can convince Joe Burrow to come in after the national championship game and join him at the Senior Bowl right at the end of it's the following week right after, because they play next Monday, and then he would report the following Monday, a week later, to the Senior Bowl. I don't know if he's going to do it. Now, remember, they've got a good group of quarterbacks. He could go so he can hang out, throw some in practice, do all the interviews, and don't play in the game. That way he doesn't risk any injury in the game. And in practice, they don't touch him anyway, so he's really not in much risk at all. But it gives him an opportunity to go meet with the teams, the ones early on. They get a feel for him. I mean, look, he's in the driver's seat. He's the number 1 pick, hands down. It's either him or Chase Young. Nobody's taking 2 above him. Okay, you're going to take this young man over anybody else. And if he balls out next Monday, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? That's the other thing. Let me tell you, if Joe Burrow commits to go to the Senior Bowl, remember, it's Louisiana. Okay? So it's a neighboring state. It's right there. That place is going to go nuts. Okay? Nuts. It's going to be, the practices will have the biggest buzz I've seen in a long, long time over at the Senior Bowl. So that'll be really, really cool if he does commit. Now, I mean, I know for us in the Dolphin Nation, it's, who cares? We don't have a shot at him. And listen, they don't. And they're not going to be able to trade up either. Please. That's not going to happen. Okay? What are you going to do? But I see people already writing, well, can they trade? They're not going to be able. Cincinnati's not giving up the Ohio kid. There's no way they give up the Ohio kid, okay? Cleveland did the same thing with the Kentucky quarterback that sucked. What his name? They took him number 1 overall. Tim Couch. Remember? And they took Couch number 1, and it didn't work out, but he was from that state. Brady Quinn was an Ohio kid too, and the Browns took him. It's money in the bank. You get a guy from your home state, like LeBron going to the Cavs. That's just one of those. Hey, how come it's always Ohio? Damn. The hell is it? We've got all these examples, and it's always Ohio. Wow. Just thought about that. That's crazy. Let's see. Ty from the Bronx says Hurts stock is rising because pro scouts are looking at him like a Lamar scheme QB. Well, they're going to be sorely, depressed because he's not Lamar. Nobody moves like that. But if they want to try it, go ahead. Let's see. Any thoughts on the Brady Instagram post? You know what? That's a good idea. Let's switch gears here, and let's talk a little bit about the Brady Instagram post. For those of you that don't know, Brady put out an Instagram post, and he wanted to kind of tell everybody the message out there, where he stands mentally and all of that, because a lot of us are wondering, well, what's he going to do? Is he going to stay? Is he going to go? We're playing the Clash song in our minds. Should I stay or should I go now? And I told you guys this. The best thing for him to do is to stay. The worst thing he can do is leave, because wherever you go, they got to now get to know you. You've got to now get to know everybody else. That's going to be a challenge. I don't think he has any intentions on leaving. I believe if he leaves, it's the last resort. I think he's done all of this to have leverage against Belichick. That's what I think he's doing. Like, no, I need this, and this to come back. And he knows the owner loves him, and so then it'll be the owner and him against Belichick. Same way in the whole Garoppolo situation, where the owner and Brady got their way, and Belichick had to ship out Garoppolo, where Belichick was probably already ready to make the move to the next guy. Because Belichick is good at getting off when the gravy is running dry. So, Tom Brady's message to all was, I just wanted to say to all of our fans, thank you. After a few days of reflection, I am so grateful and humbled by the unconditional support you have shown me the past 2 decades. Running out of that tunnel every week is a feeling that is hard to explain. I wish every season ended in a win, but that's not the nature of the sport or life. Nobody plays to lose, but the reward of working hard is just that, the work. I have been blessed to find a career I love, teammates who go to battle with me, an organization that believes in me, and fans who have been behind us every step of the way. Every one of us that works at Gillette Stadium strive to do their best, spent themselves at a worthy cause, and prepared to fail while daring greatly, like Teddy Roosevelt, and for that, we've been rewarded with something that the scoreboard won't show. The satisfaction of knowing we gave everything to each other in pursuit of a common goal. That is what team is all about. In both life and football, failure is inevitable. You don't always win. You can, however, learn from that failure. Pick yourself up with great enthusiasm. Place yourself in the arena again. And that's right where you'll find me, because I know I still have more to prove. He's not done. He's definitely playing again. I think he wants to play there in New England. I really do. But this is his way now, because if he was under contract, he could bitch, moan, and complain and say, I want this, I want that, and Belichick could say, yeah, I'll try, whatever. Now, Belichick will have to really prove if he wants him back, because he's going to have to do some of the things that Brady wants. And I'm sure Brady did not enjoy that this season he didn't have the weapons he normally has. He probably thought he didn't have enough help, which, by the way, he probably didn't have enough help. And now this message is out there, and there's no doubt in my mind that he is a guy that is motivated to prove maybe that not only that he has more, but that he can do things that nobody has ever done at this age. We'll find out. But the best way for him to approach this is by doing it in New England. I don't know if he's going to take off with Josh McDaniels, and if McDaniels is going to go somewhere else and take a job somewhere else. I'm not I'm not necessarily a McDaniels fan as a head coach. I know that he's done a magnificent job as an offensive coordinator, and I know that he has Brady's trust too. And maybe he trusts him enough that Brady would leave with him to whatever spot he's going to. I don't have any information on that. I don't have any insight on that whatsoever. I am guessing as much as anybody else. I don't know any more than you do, okay? But it just seems to me like he's a guy that at this point in his life, it's like, okay, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it my way. If not, I'm not going to do it. And that's where we're going to see what kind of loyalties lie between Belichick and Brady from here on out. You know, I have had actually a couple of opportunities right before I started this to maybe go back into regular radio. And after my, last experiences over the last 2 years of dealing with, just really seedy individuals and how bad the business is, I told my wife I'm doing this. And if this doesn't work, then I'm done and I'll go get another job and I'll go into another career, but I can't work in regular radio anymore. It's just impossible. Although I lied to you when I told you that, Bill. The only thing that I might consider would be a rock DJ. Just because I'd love to do that. That's the only thing that I would. But as in sports talk, I have no interest in being in terrestrial radio anymore. I can't trust the people anymore in terrestrial radio. They're too incompetent. And so I kind of feel what Brady feels right now of, okay, well, I'm going to do it my way or I'm not going to do it. And I think that's what he's going to do. If he doesn't do it his way with the Patriots, then he's going to find another team that wants him and will do it his way. And there'll be a team or two that is willing to bring him on for a year or two because he's a great quarterback still. He's not maybe what he used to be 5-10 years ago, but he's still better than anything we've had.
Worked pretty good for Peyton Manning in Denver.
Yeah, even when he wasn't working. Luckily for him, he had a hell of a team. Like I said, the Bears are waiting. The Bears are waiting. And I don't know how that does not become a thing, to be honest with you. If I'm the Bears, the second he becomes a free agent at midnight, bro, at 12:01, I'm calling his ass going, hey, Tom, come on over here. We got a line. We got running game. We got weapons. We got a defense. We got everything you need to win. All we need is you, period.
Normally, I would say that is so not us, but we did go get Khalil Mack and do all that. So,
yeah, but it's not the Hallises anymore, not the.
No, but it's the same group. It's
not the McCaskies and all that.
It is the McCaskies.
No, but they're not meddling.
Pace is the guy.
Right, they're not meddling. They're not.
He's the one that went and got Khalil Mack. That's why. But
they're giving those people the green light to do what they have to do in order to win.
The only thing is us actually having a real quarterback.
I know it's weird.
You know?
I know. I get it. I mean, it's weird, but I'm telling you, man, I've been saying it for a while.
If Brady was a linebacker, we'd go get Brady, right? That would be automatic. But,
Yeah, but it's weird because you do have weapons. It's not like we're not talking about Ditka's Bears like post McMahon that 9-6 games, 13-10. They couldn't score much. They were living on defense and running game and Neil Anderson, all that crap. That's not the Bears now. The Bears can light your ass up if they have a quarterback that can pass.
We do have some nice weapons. We
really
do.
Yeah, Miller,
like
Gabriel.
You pointed out, our offensive line is probably our weak link right now.
But they can actually draft this year line or sign a guy.
Exactly.
It's
only a couple people.
If you add Brady, you're going to have a guy, the top lineman will go, oh, yeah, no, I'll go block for Brady because I only have to block for him for about a second and a half, maybe 1.8, and he's going to make the throw. He's going to make me work less. I love this guy. Let me go. Let me go. I'm off. And that's why they love Marino. Marino dropped back. The radar found it. Boom. And Richmond Webb's like, hey, he already delivered the ball? That's awesome. Yeah, I don't have to block anymore. It's a beautiful thing, man.
No, you're right. When people have a chance to get a ring, you'll take a little less money and you want to be in.
Bears, bro. That's what I would do. If I'm Brady, the Bears. Okay? If you're not going to stay in New England, okay? Which, again, it'll be really interesting. All right, we've hit the top of the hour here. Let me tell you about Choice Mortgage Bank, because Michael Codsey and the amazing people at Choice Mortgage Bank, they know how to get it done. I mean, when you've been doing it for 25 years and you've earned the AAA plus rating from the Better Business Bureau, let me give you his personal cell number, folks, and support the folks that support our program. They are a proud sponsor of ours, and they're ready to help you. Here's the owner's personal cell, 561-441-2730, and they can get you into state rates under 3.5% right now. 3.5%. Let's get you out of that bad deal. Stop dealing with those sorry mortgage companies. Call Michael Codsey right now at Choice Mortgage Bank, 561-441-2730.